So we're going to run around here and try and make our way back to Carey Park, but I don't fully know the distance properly or how to get there, so yeah, let's give it a go. Yes people, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing very well. So I'm just out on a little zone 2 run. In this episode I want to talk about if you are training hard and you are just struggling to see any progress or feel athletic, okay? You're someone who is a bodybuilder but they don't feel very conditioned, they feel like they don't have much cardio, or you're someone who is full of beans, you do a lot of running, got a lot of conditioning, but you don't look like it. There's two camps here, okay? Camp 1, like I just mentioned, bodybuilder, no conditioning, doesn't really do any of that. Camp 2, runner, or someone who's a lot of cardio, a lot of endurance, but doesn't do any strength training. You'll know where you sit in them camps. And it's hard for those people to pull themselves out of those camps and test in the other, and make friends in the other camp. So that's a weird analogy, but I hope it makes sense. And you need to sit down and think, okay, what do I want to get out of my next block? My next 8 to 10 to 12 week block? Do I want to add more strength training in? Or do I want to add more conditioning? Trust me when I say this, you are not going to lose your endurance, you're not going to lose your muscle and strength that easily. Especially if you continue to do the discipline you're better at, okay? Just make a switch. 70% of where you're lacking and 30% carries on of what you've been doing. Just for that 8 to 10 weeks, okay? 3 months, and see how your body changes. If you're an endurance athlete, your running is going to greatly improve and your risk of injury is going to get lower. And if you're someone with loads of strength, your aim is to get that strength and harness it as power towards your endurance or hybrid, high rocks or fitness events, whatever it is you want to do. Come on. There's a big hill. Oh, it's beautiful up here. Look at this bit here. It's a bit overgrown with the grass, but it's good. You can hear all the little, well, there's grasshoppers. So if I was you right now, I would decide, first step, which direction do I want to take my physique? Do I need to get lighter? Do I need to drop body fat? Or do I want to build, grow muscle, grow my performance? If you're trying to drop body fat, introduce obviously a calorie deficit, get your nutrition on point. At that point there, start then using low intensity exercise to your advantage. So doing lots of zone 2 work because it's low intensity. You don't want to be doing too many conditioning sessions while you're in a calorie deficit. If you're in a build phase, you have the option there. I say build phase, but if you're coming out of a deficit, you have the ability to pack on the calories, which is going to support your increased high intensity training. You run the risk of burning out if you're in a calorie deficit. So sit in a calorie deficit with lots of zone 2 work, build that aerobic base. They work perfectly together while also building that foundational strength. With strength training, you're using low reps and obviously more sets, but it's not as intense as doing high volume, which is perfect in a fat loss phase. As you go into a build phase, you're going to maintain the strength sessions, may add a few extra sets, maybe you will be able to push harder and improve your top end strength even more, which is going to be perfect. That's what we want. But the quickest way you'll see progress, especially in the running department, is improving your power to weight ratio. So if you feel like you're holding on to fat unnecessarily, get rid of that first, then build into a build phase. This looks very familiar. I think this is where we do the park run. Let's go see if the gate is open, because I think notoriously it's quite short, but we'll chance it. If anything, it's just going to boost my mileage. So, other things to look at as well, okay? So take my training, for example. At the moment, I'm training for the wild hybrid. So I'm going to continue, this ties in with a lot of my training already. I strength train twice a week. For me at the moment, that's an upper and a lower body strength day. And around that, oh, here's the gate. Thought we might just leap over it. Actually, can you get through this one? A gap. So, yeah, I have 2 strength training sessions. And then throughout the week, I've got 2 strength training sessions, and then I've got 1 session dedicated to wild hybrid. So that will be my high intensity, so one of my high intensity sessions. Throughout that, I also have a running threshold session as well. So I've got a gym threshold session and a running threshold session. Running is because mainly that's where I need to get my work up as well, and that is going to be one of the main drivers when it comes to these fitness races like High Rocks or wild hybrid. You're going to be doing a lot of running, so it's good to get that mechanic better and better, and the more you can do it, the more it's going to help you in the long term. I also make sure I get a long run in on the weekend, on a Sunday, anywhere between 75 to 90 minutes. This is going to build your aerobic base massively, and it's going to help build that foundation for you to be able to do all of these threshold sessions, and it's going to be able to, that is the floor for everything you're going to build. It's also going to help with fat metabolization, so you're going to utilize energy better because you're doing these longer stints. And then throughout the week, I'll fit in my bike sessions. So this is just 30 minutes here and there, sometimes 60 minutes, just dead easy bike zone 2 work. It's very low taxing on the body. It's a low impact activity. And when you're a heavy person like me, that is what you need, okay? So it's either gonna be the bike or the run. And I'm trying to typically get around 50 kilometers of running in per week. And I feel like with that, with the threshold sessions and the running, if I can get a bike in as well after some intense sessions, not only is that gonna help with recovery because of clearing lactate, it's gonna prep me for the next session as well. So that's what I'm always thinking. The bike is a tool to get me back on track for the next session. And alongside that, so those sessions are all coming into place. So I'm getting all angles, I can perform strength endurance, I can run, and I'm building that foundational strength in my strength sessions as well. There we go. So, let me pause me watch. Look at this for a little view. Look at that, get your right out there. Oh yeah. And then look the other way. There's too many trees. Such a nice little spot to sit. Venus. Oh God. So if you are following along for the Wild Hybrid series, make sure you drop us a like and a subscribe to follow along for that journey, because we are not far off now. It's at the start of September, 6th of September to be exact. So yeah, really looking forward to it. But hopefully it picks up some tips for you if you are struggling to see any progress within your training right now. This is what I do. I am a fat loss and coach, performance, strength and conditioning coach. So, any tips I can give to you guys, I will for sure do that. So I will see you in the next episode. Peace. There we go. 11.5k, about an hour. Job done.